How we doing, everyone? Welcome along to the stream. Welcome along to the stream, everybody. How are we doing? As you can see by the title, it is the live preview for Hull City versus Bristol City. Nottingham Forest will not be a live preview. No, Nottingham Forest will be a live preview. Blackburn will not, because that'll be Christmas Day. So I will pre-record the preview to go out as it would have done last year, but now I'm a little bit busy. Smallwood's nephew says, as it's a photo of him with Keane Lewis Potter now, read this when you start. I won't chat for this stream because my phone is being buggy, so I'll be watching on a guest account. I will be watching though, so no Smallwood slander. Owen reckons it will be 2-1 to Hull City tomorrow. Billy says hello. And Max, you put my name in full caps. Hello. What's going on? Hi. What a fantastic night for a Hull City stream. Indeed. Have I saved you, Max? Have I saved you? Have I saved you? Keep your chat comments coming in. And yeah, I hope you like the Santa hat I'm wearing as well. The club are selling these. So I went into the club shop today and bought one. Because why not? Because why not? Great to be back. Just finished my final drama exam. So yes, you have. I remember you saying that to me yesterday on Lewis's stream. How did it go? How did it go? How's school football coming along? It's next week, Billy. It's next week, mate. And there's still so much planning for me to do. In a week's time, the game will have happened. When I do the live preview for Nottingham Forest, you can ask me the outcome of the game. You know what? I might even do a full stream, get some of the lads who are playing in it as guests, and we can talk about the full thing. How's that for an idea? I can ask them. We've got a group chat. I can ask them all. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my school football. I would show you the mock-up that the company have sent me for the kits. However, it's got the school logo on it. So, yeah. Anyway, it went brilliant. And teacher said she was proud and impressed at it. So happy. Nice. Billy will be watching the football game in school. Lovely. Jubbly. Firstly, I just want to give a quick overall thing to you lot about FanHub Golden tickets. There are, I believe, just let me double check this. There are now I'm just trying to find it. I can't find the number. I can't find the number of fans. I think there are nearly 20,000 fans on FanHub at the moment. And this weekend there is a new thing called it's not a new thing. It's been going for a little while, but check-in rewards have now been launched. So get yourself the latest version of FanHub now. Install it. Use the code at the bottom of your screen, OLD-25K, OLD-25K, to get instant access to the FanHub app. 5 uses of that code remaining. If you're not on it, get yourself on it. Trust me, you won't regret it. So when you check in, when you go to the MKM Stadium tomorrow and you check into the games, it's easy as enter the giveaway when checking in at the stadium, and you'll be in with a chance of free FanHub merchandise every single time. You may be wondering, what is FanHub merchandise? Well, you might be able to see in the background of the banner here, there are all of these brilliant people, two of which I know, Anne and Bobby, two fellow Hull City fans. But all of these very, very nice Fan Hub Game Changer football shirts. You can get one of them. And then you can also get yourself a Fan Hub beanie by this sort of stuff as well. And you can also retweet the tweet for that and follow Fan Hub to enter. Make sure you click that follow button and do not click this when it's done. So that is that. Get yourself on Fan Hub. Predict your team. Do I have permission to share my ticket on stream? Give it 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes so I can see if my code uses go down. And we'll go from there. So download Fan Hub from the App Store or Google Play. It is 13th in the App Store. So get yourself on and use my code at the bottom to gain instant access to the app. What do I think of the Hammers Eye in KLP? No. Just no. Team news then. Alfie Jones' hamstring has returned to training and could feature at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest in a week's time. Tom Eaves missed the 1-1 draw away at Reading with a minor injury. He is in contention for a return versus Bristol City. And Matt and Tyler Smith are making good progress. Both hamstring injuries are making good progress to full match fitness. Tyler featured at Reading, and both could feature at the MKM this weekend. Tom Huddleston is in the same boat. Huddleston is available, but it's just about building your match fitness up with Tom before you can put him in the team. Brandon Fleming is back in full training after a leg injury sustained in an under-23s game weeks ago. He's not played since the Carabao Cup defeat to Wigan earlier in the year. Louis Coyle ankle is out until February, and Josh Emmanuel remains unavailable due to illness. Yeah, other than that, we have no absentees, and some of them are dubious absentees. The only certainties are probably Alfie Jones. Then you've got Coyle and Emmanuel. They're the only three certain absentees. Eaves can play. Huddleston can play if you call upon him, as can the two Smiths. And Fleming probably could as well. It's just his match fitness will be quite poor. The training Jones has been in is only light. It's about building him up, and he could return. It's an emphasis on could return to feature at the City Ground next week, which I'm going to. So you'll get a matchday vlog for that one. Away days are back. And if you saw my tweet earlier, I have booked my trip to Blackpool on New Year's Day. So you can have yourself another matchday vlog as a New Year's treat just before my next round of mock exams. The club have also said that heading into the ground tomorrow, Santa Claus is in the dugout bar. So if you want to get yourself down early and meet Father Christmas, go for it. That's up to you. That is up to you. All right then. Moving on. I've not changed the screen. Moving on then to Ref Watch. Where the referee is Gavin Ward. He was useless in League One last year, and I don't expect him to be much better this time around. He certainly wasn't on the opening day. Michael George, not George Michael, and Richard Wilde are your two linos, and Sam Barrett is the fourth official. Stats then, these are taken from our last game away at Reading. Now, you can see we had less of the ball than them. The stats, this stat very much tells the story of the game, and therefore, because of that, we made less passes. Attacking wise, they were far, far more up our end than we were up theirs, but we defended really, really well. Cleared the ball effectively, tackled, and yes, we conceded a few fouls, but, you know. What have a few fouls ever done to hurt anyone? Break legs. But, you know, that is what it is. That is what it is. On to what would usually be head-to-head battles then, where on these live previews we look through the team of the opposing side. This time it is Bristol City, where Dan Bentley in goal. I believe he's been there quite a while. Danny Simpson, Premier League winner. Lest we forget with Leicester. Jada Silva, I believe he used to be on the books of Chelsea. Rob Atkinson was in the League One team of the season last year. I would have signed him, but, you know, it's what it is. Matty James, also formerly of Leicester. Of course, Nigel Pearson's the manager there. So it's kind of obvious why these two are there. And Andy King. Joe Williams shares a name. He has a first name with myself. And Williams is actually my grandparents' name. So, you know. Chris Martin. Wow. Chrissy Martin. What a beast. What a beast. Lucas Smallwood's in the chat. He says he'll be gone in a minute. KLP over Messi. I respect that. I respect that quite, not just quite a lot. I respect that a whole amount. Chris Martin, of course, formerly with us on loan for a year. Wasn't exactly the best for us, but didn't it come out that he was playing with an eating disorder while he was playing for us? Maybe that's why he was a bit rubbish. Callum O'Dowd is a name you might recognise. So is Andreas Weimann. Nathan Baker's been there quite a while. Antoine Semenyo, if you remember my FIFA career mode from the other year. Antoine Semenyo, you'll know that name. You'll know from last FIFA. Naki Wells, Thomas Callas, who we were close to signing at one point under Leonid Slutsky. There's then Alex Scott, not the former England international who played for Arsenal women. There's then also Hanno Masengo, who you might recognise. Is that Casey Palmer? Hold on. I'm just going to check. Is that the Casey Palmer, formerly of Chelsea? I think so. Yes, it is. Yes, it is the Casey Palmer, formerly of Chelsea. So they've got a good squad. They've got a very, very, very good squad. Well, I say they've got a good squad. It's not the best squad, but it's got consistency. It's got championship experience in there, which is realistically what we lack. Moving on then to where is it? I can't change my banner over. Current form. Where let's have a look at Bristol City's current form. Then we'll have a look at their last five first, where they've lost 3-2 to Coventry, drawn 1-0 with Blackburn, beat Stoke 1-0, lost 2-0 to Sheffield United, and beaten Derby 1-0. If we extend that to the last few, where they lost 3-0 to Birmingham and beat Barnsley 2-1. It's average form, I'd say. It's average form. But then if you move that over to us, Hull City, we are unbeaten in 5. Unbeaten in 5. I know it's hard. It's hard to believe it based on the stats of the season we had. But that Barnsley win really sort of restarted our season, if you will, which is mega. Then from there, we've just kicked on and kicked on and kicked on. We beat Birmingham, beat Cardiff, beat Millwall, beat Reading. George Monka said before the Sheffield United game earlier in the season, once we get on a run, nobody will be able to stop us because we've got quality. It's just about getting momentum. And no one's managed to stop us so far. Hopefully they don't, and we can just keep this consistent run of running away from the bottom pack. Speaking of the league table, let's get into it, shall we? Where the main focus of this game is the very, very bottom. If Bristol City win this, they could jump up to about 9th. If we win this, we will, depending on results elsewhere, we could jump ahead of Preston on goal difference, be just 1 point behind them. And we are relatively clear of Peterborough now. We are 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Not doing too bad a job at the Tigers now. And, you know, this league is a lot about momentum. We rack up some points over this Christmas period. We'll stand ourselves in very good stead for when we hopefully have the new owners and all that stuff, which I can't wait for. If all the rumours are true, the takeover will be done next week, which is fantastic. That is quite simply the best news. Around the grounds then on the Championship, Matchday 22, the early kickoff tomorrow, Saturday, the 11th of December, is Huddersfield Town versus Coventry City. And then all the 3 o'clock kickoffs, wow, these are some fantastic, fantastic games. West Brom, Reading, lest we forget, still a good side, only below us due to their points deduction. Swansea versus Nottingham Forest, Stoke, Middlesbrough, Preston versus Barnsley. That's a big game at the bottom end. Peterborough versus Millwall, Luton versus Fulham, as we play Bristol City. Derby face Blackpool, Bournemouth play Blackburn, and Birmingham play Cardiff. And then on Sunday, 7:45 kickoff is Sheffield United versus QPR. 7:45 kickoff on, no, that's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, that's Monday. You can't see me checking my calendar at the bottom of the screen, but yeah, that's Monday. That does make sense. If they had a 7:45 kickoff on a Sunday, that is alarming. From City, ? Wilkes. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Ashley? I've droned on quite a lot from when I was talking about that. Oh, you're replying to Dean's comment. Okay. From City, Wilkes, next message. Nah, KLP. And then I'd probably say over Wilkes, you've got the young lads coming out of the academy. You've got your Macca Snellgroves, your Harry Lovicks, Josh Hines, Will Jarvis. You know, we've got a lot of good young players, man. We've got a lot of good young players. Memorable match. Now, just a guess. What do you think this is going to be? It's not a question. It's the 2008 Championship Playoff Final at Wembley. An attendance of 86,703 at Wembley, where a Dean Windass goal, that goal, gave us promotion to the Premier League for the very, very first time. Our team that day was Boaz Myhill in goal in a 4-4-2 system. It looks like from Phil Brown. Myhill in goal. The back four was Ricketts at right back, Andy Dawson at left back, the 2 centre backs, Michael Turner and Wayne Brown. On the right was Richard Garcia. On the left was Nick Barmby. The 2 centre mids were Brian Hughes, everyone's favourite iFollow commentator from last year, and the captain, Ian Ashby. Then, of course, your 2 strikers were Fraser Campbell and Dean Windass, who those 2 linked up for that goal. Campbell getting the assist for big Mr. Windass. Our bench then was Matt Duke, Nathan Doyle, Dean Marney, Caleb Fulton and Craig Fagan. Notable players from Bristol City, Adriano Basso, who would go on to play for Hull City, as you can see there. There he is in his Hull City shirt from Wikipedia. You might recognise another former City player, Dele Adebola. You also might recognise Lee Johnson, currently manager of Sunderland. Yeah. And of course, that day will be remembered for Dean Windass scoring that goal. Was having tea. What have you missed? Not much. Gotta love Dino. You have got to love Dino. I've got a story about Dean Windass, actually. I'll tell you that after I've read this comment from Dean, which says he was named after him. Wow. That is it. The story I've got about Dean Windass, I'm not sure if I've told this before, but about a month ago, I rocked up to Morpho's Barbers on Allaby Road. Just having a trim. Oh, cheers, Munzie. You've turned it at the right time for a story about a club legend here. It's not like a Gavin White story. For those of you who don't know what Ashley's referring to there's a story about how Gavin White, who we had on loan last year, getting his phallus out in public. I know. Billy Souter's back just in time for this Dean Windass story. I rocked up to Morpho's Barbers on Anlaby Road. Came in to get my haircut, wearing full Hull City tracksuit. Walked through the door, sat on one of the sofas they've got on the phone. Dean bloody Windass. Absolute ledge. So I'm there thinking, it's Dean Windass. Do I talk to him? No, he's on the phone. We'll leave it. Get settled down. He comes off the phone, sees me in full City tracksuit, goes, do you play? I said, no, packed it in ages ago. 1, I'm not good enough. 2, I was playing 20 minutes out of position every week on the left wing. And I'm a fullback on the opposite side. So that doesn't really work. I want to join it, so I packed it in. And then my barber starts talking about how I want to work in media, journalism, all that stuff. Dino goes, could be the next David Burns. And then I says, oh yeah, I just waffle on the internet about City and make some money from it. And I've had relative success. He goes, oh, there's plenty of people who talk shit about City on the internet. You met him at hairdresser, so did I. The bloke there's the second barber in there now, someone who I've never met before. He goes, he points at me, says, you having your haircut? Says, Dean's in the queue in front of me. He says, no, mate, I've got plenty of time. I've got absolutely plenty of time. So what happens from there is I get my trim or whatever. He takes ages, bless him, does the new barber. It takes ages getting my side, getting the fade on my side's absolutely right. And then by that time, Dean has sat down in the other barber chair, and he's hardly got any hair on the sides of this on the sides of his head. So Munsey Windass is not bald, not yet anyway. He's just getting slightly grey. Played a charity football match with Dean Windass. Wow. Anyway, so I get my haircut finished. Pay my barber. Says, you've done a good job, pal. It took you half an hour, but you've done a good job. And so then I thought, oh, I'll just wait for the bus. I'll wait for the bus to take me back to undisclosed location. So I thought, oh, I'll get myself a Costa from Tesco while I'm waiting, because you have one of those little, what do you call it, make your own Costa machine. So I got myself a hot chocolate. I'm just waiting at the bus stop, and I'm stood there for quite a while. I would have gone to my grandma's, who lives relatively near there, but she wasn't in. She was out shopping. So I was stood stranded waiting for this bus. In the time I'm waiting, 2 of the buses I need to get on go past me the other way, heading towards Hull City Centre, which isn't convenient. And by that time, I see Dean Windass walk out of the barbers, get into his car, and I'm thinking, okay, see you later, Dean. Mega. And then all of a sudden, he pulls up alongside me and says, do you want a lift? Whereabouts are you going? So I said, yeah, sure. So he just drops me off at undisclosed location, because he says I'm heading that way anyway, which was mental. And we were just talking about, was there any truth in Josh Windass ever coming to City in the summer just gone, because that room was quite heavy. He says no, he's on really good money for a League One player, and he's enjoying it at Sheffield Wednesday. I says, oh, how's he doing? He says he's been injured since pre-season, so he's hoping to play in the Papa John's Trophy on Tuesday, hoping to get 90 minutes there. He says he was off to watch his other son, Jordan, play for Bradford Park Avenue on that day. Then what else? We were talking about how us fans want him, Barmby, Ashby, Myler, people, club legends involved with the club in like ambassadorial roles when the takeover's done. All that stuff. Yeah. And then it dawned on me that I should have told him that I sit next to his nephew in geography, but I forgot to mention that. Anyway, so yeah, then he dropped me off. And I just thought, wow, what the hell just happened? What on earth just happened? When am I coming back on Monday Talks? You ask me when you want when you need me, Munzie. I can let you know if I'm free. I don't have as much on at the moment as I did a few weeks ago when you last asked. So just whenever you need me, mate, drop me a message. My middle name's associated with England. That's yeah, that's what it is. Costa Express. That's it. Is associated the right word? Yes, it is. That is a legend. That is a legend. First name, middle name. We just need someone whose surname Windass. Shall I message his nephew? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I won't put him through that. Won't get him to come on stream. Anyway, you met Andy Dawson. I met Andy Dawson earlier this year as well. He's an absolute gent. It was heading into the Wigan Carabao Cup game. He was just stood talking to the security guards at reception. So I thought, that's Andy Dawson. I'm having a photo with him. And so I had a quick photo with him, had a quick chat, got into the ground, and then lo and behold, there's a load of first team Hull City players sat there. So I go and snipe all them for photographs as well. A few of the academy lads. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Anyway, we've deviated here, haven't we? We have deviated. Anyway, last time out against Bristol City, it was after lockdown the other year, and it was a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Bristol City at Ashton Gate. Our team that day, I'll just run you through that. It was George Long in goal. The back four was Angus MacDonald, Reece Burke, Jordi Device, the captain at the time, and Callum Elder. The three centre mids were Leo da Silva Lopez, George Honeyman, and John Terrell. Wilkes on the right, James Scott on the left, and McGuinness led the line. The bench was Matt Ingram, Ryan Tapperzoli, Kevin Stewart, Dan Batty, Tom Eaves, Sean McLaughlin, Josh Bowler, Matthew Pennington, and Keane Lewis Potter. Still, of course, managed by Grant McCann at that time. You can look at Bristol City's team, but I'm not going to be bothered to read that out. Notable players who I've noticed in there. Remember Farah Madiedu? Yeah, I remember him. There was Philippe Benkovic, who was once of Leicester. Is he still of Leicester? Yes, he is still of Leicester. Yeah. Great. Ahmed El Mohammadi, when he played for us, walking down the street with his daughter. I see a clean Portaloo Watford training ground. I see Ranieri the other day. I know Ben Foster spoke about how Ranieri was a beast when he first came in. Yeah. My surname is the same as the current captain. Strange coincidence. Very, very strange coincidence, Lucas Smallwood. I wonder if you're related to him. Very, very strange. Very, very strange coincidence. And anyway, record then against Bristol City supplied by 11v11, where, as you can see throughout the past, we have won 28 games against Bristol City, drawn 24, lost 36. The first of those came on the 21st of October 1905. We lost 2-1 to them that day. Our first win again, it took us 3 attempts to beat them, but when we did it in style, beating them 3-0. And then the most recent games, you can see that we've not done too great, have we? Since we last met up against them, it has been quite the challenge. Although this one, if there was a second place for memorable match, obviously nothing will beat the playoff final here. But if there was a second place, wow, the 5-5, that was brilliant. And if there was a third place, I'd have to go with 2016 when we beat them 4-0 at our place. Yeah, wow. Wow. I also remember seeing Abel Hernandez in Hull City Centre. Maybe Lucas is Richie Smallwood's brother. Maybe. If that's the case, that is quite the age gap. I will not lie. With most respect to Richie, that is quite the age gap if Lucas and Richie Smallwood are brothers. Owen's going to go watch Brentford Watford. Fair play. You won't miss much. Just shared shirts, my predicted teammate. Nothing more than that. Speaking of which, Shared shirts now then. We are going to head. This is going to look very weird for you for just a moment. There we go. We are looking today at Hakeeb Adelakun. Was on loan with us for half a year last year. Was one of... Who did we have last year? Hang on. Right. I'm going to leave that there with you. I'm just going to look at the squad list from last year. Because Adelakun, we all thought was going to be the only player that us fans would never see in the flesh. But it turned out we were wrong. There was quite a lot of players that was the case for last year. Is that the document? I think so. I'm of the belief so. You're still there. Hello. That looks weird for you, doesn't it? We'll put you back on there. So there was... Well, we never got to say goodbye to Dan Batty. We have now seen Louis Coyle. We saw Scott before... No, we didn't see James Scott before lockdown. Some fans still have not seen James Scott in the flesh. I saw him against Wigan, but James Scott, you know, never saw him. We saw Martin Samuelson, seen Alfie Jones. As you say, we never saw Hakeeb Adelakun in the flesh. We never saw Jordan Flores in the flesh. Neither did we see Slater, nor did we see Slater, Crowley. Never saw Thomas Mayer in the flesh. I met him at the game against Wigan, but never saw him play. Not Gavin White. Max Clark hardly played on his return. Not seen Festus Arter yet. We've not seen Cartwright yet. We've not seen Chadwick yet. We've not seen Callum Jones yet. We've not seen... In fact, I tell a lie. We did see James Berry before lockdown away. Haven't seen Salam. Also haven't... we have seen Harry Wood. We have seen Andy Smith as well. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Adelakun for us. 17 appearances. 3 goals. Was quite similar to Gavin White, who replaced him. And for Bristol City, he got recalled by Bristol City from his loan spell with us because they had a massive injury crisis. Played 4 games and that was it. Got stuffed in the reserves. But overall for them, that can't be right. He did not make 0 championship appearances in 2019-20. No way. If he made 8 appearances for Bristol City over his 18, 19, 20, over his 4 years there. Nah. That can't be right. That can't be right. I'm gonna fact check this. Hakeeb Adelakun, Bristol City. Released Bristol City winger here. Does it say how many? No, it doesn't say. I'm just reading a load of different articles here if you're wondering what's going on. I'm going to need to Google something different now. Bristol City 2021. Released list. No, there's nothing specific about Adelakun on there. I genuinely cannot find anything. I'm gonna double check with Transfer Market because they're usually quite spot on. I'm sorry you have no idea what's going on here, but I'm just fact checking. There's no way I can accept that Hakeeb Adelakun only made 6 8 appearances in all competitions for Bristol City. That is nah. Achievements, career, history, not stats, all seasons. Filter by club. I'll show you what I'm doing here now. I'll show you what I'm doing here because I found a reliable source. Right, Bristol City. Yeah, all seasons at Bristol City. 9 appearances. So he made no championship appearances in 2019-20. Right, let's have a look from the start of this season. 24th of the 8th. Here we go then. That is... Yeah, that's his 2 FA Cup appearances. But in 46 games possible in 2019. Wow. That is wow. That is wow. Chat's dead. I've been doing very little to entertain you. I've just been trying to fact check something. But wow, that is mental. That is absolutely mental. Anyway, on to if... Is that loaded? Let me flick. Okay. Right then, let's do my predicted 11 now then. In the 3-5-2 formation we've become so accustomed to recently. It is in goal, Nathan Baxter. The centre-backs are Jacob Greaves, Sean McLaughlin and Deshaun Bernard. Right wing-back, Ryan Longman. Left wing-back, Keane Lewis-Potter. The centre mids, Richie Smallwood, the captain, Greg Doherty and George Honeyman. And up top, we've got Malik Wilkes and Josh McGuinness. The bench, Matt Ingram, Callum Elder, Tom Eaves, George Monker, Randell Williams, Tyler Smith and Tom Huddleston. That is my predicted team for this game then. Did you hear about Hull being on BBC? Yes, I did. That is the FA Cup tie against Everton on the BBC. And then 14 appearances in League One for City by Hakeem Adelakan, indeed. And yeah, now then, predicted score. I want all you lot to smash your predicted scores in chat. And then after that, I will reveal mine. So quickly think of them. And for the people watching the stream, get them in the chat. Get them in the chat. While I'm doing that, while you're doing that, I will quickly have a think about mine. You know what? I'm going to say we're going to win 2-1, which is exactly what Ash says, what Kai says. You know, Kai says 3-0 City. Max says 2-1 to us. And Owen said earlier in the stream, if you remember, 2-1 as well. Saul reckons 2-2. Riley reckons 3-1. So I think this is quite a unanimous Hull City win. As you'd expect, this is a Hull City channel. Anyway, as I say, I think we'll win 2-1. Dean reckons it'll be 1-0. And, you know, and we're going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching this one, everyone. Actually, before you go, I have an announcement. I have an announcement to make. Hang on. I'm not sure if I've spelt announcement right. I think I have. Just let me double check. Announce. Yeah, I have spelled that right. I have spelled that right. That's good. So, and Billy reckons 1-0 as well. Anyway, I have an announcement. Do you guys recognise these guys? If you haven't, if you don't, get to know, because the To Hull and Back podcast is absolutely great. And in the very next episode of that podcast, I will be featuring as a guest. That has been confirmed, that has been announced. I'm trying to find where that announcement tweet is from them. There we go. Next up, Hull City YouTuber Old Grandpa Joe will be joining us on our next episode. In case you want to know where to find these guys, as my camera goes massively out of focus, they are on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the To Hull and Back podcast to listen to video versions of all the episodes, where you can see, yes, it does have face cam from them all. And then, of course, if I just go back onto here and find their link tree, as my camera still hasn't sorted itself out, you can see they are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and they're also partnered with FanHub, like myself, partnered with Hull Badgeman. Make sure you support Hull Badgeman. What a legend. And Hull City Retro. Mwah. Magnifique. Absolutely magnifique. So make sure you tune into that podcast. I will promote it when it's out. It will be out, I believe, Monday or Tuesday next week. But whenever it is, I will keep you all posted on that. And you've now got a very out of focus me to end this stream off. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please do drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. You can't see me. Well, you can, but you're seeing a very out of focus me. I'm going to need to alter some settings here to do a proper outro where I'm actually focused. You know, because it is what it is. So as you can see, I'm just going to go purple for a second while this program loads. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. So please hold on. Please do just hold on while I sort this out. We're just gonna turn autofocus off. There we go. There we go. I am back. So we can now do a proper functioning outro. That is great. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will see you tomorrow for the matchday vlog for Hull City versus Bristol City. Make sure you tune in for that tomorrow after the game. I'd probably estimate about 7 p.m. 7:30 p.m. for that to be out. Thank you for watching this live preview. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, press like, subscribe if you're new, share the channel about, get more viewers. We're on the road to 2K subs. We're getting there. Help with this push, because I want to get there as soon as possible. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.